Hi, I'm Madi and I love to buy and try makeup. I'm all dressed up because my husband and I just finished going to a car show, so I wanted to film an intro before I get comfy to watch the Texas game. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do my shop my stash later. It's been a little bit over a month and I definitely need some new picks in there because, I'm getting tired of using the same old thing and I want to look through my stash and pick out some new items. So I hope y'all enjoy looking through the products. I'm going to put away the products I had last month first. Hopefully you enjoy watching that, and then I'm going to pick out some new things. I will swatch the new picks that I choose because I love seeing swatches myself. There's just something very soothing about seeing beautiful products swatched, and so that's part of the reason I enjoy watching Shop My Stash videos. Of course, also seeing people's collection is nice and the way people have their items organized. So anyway, hope you enjoy. Here we go. So this is what we're working with. I just took the items out of one of the bags that I had the Shop My Stash stuff in, and it was the one that I had the blushes and eyeshadow palettes in. I did do a blush, bronzer, and highlight declutter, so a lot of the blushes are not in here anymore. To be honest, I don't remember which ones I had, so we're just going to go ahead and put these away. As far as this, I didn't use pretty much not much in here. So I think I'm just going to take out the things that I for sure used, that I know, my thoughts on them, and that way I can kind of restock a bit. But I really do want to use some of these products, and I don't know, for whatever reason, especially the lip things, I tended to ignore them, and then some of the eyeliners I ignored. The powders and foundations I definitely will replace because I did use those, and a couple of these eyeshadows I did use, so I guess there's still some we can put away. Hopefully my rooster doesn't start crowing again. We're gonna start with my new items. Some of these items are not new. They're just items that I stuck in the box where I had my new items. So they need to be put back where they belong. Anyway, so I think I would like to try these two setting sprays. This is the Skindinavia Makeup Finishing Spray Bridal. And this is the Tier Mask Fit Waterproof Setting Spray. I did like the Mask Fit in the red bottle. I actually have the spray bottle still because I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to try this one. And then this is a setting spray by Profusion that has SPF in it. I love the one size setting spray with SPF. It does not disturb the makeup at all, and I feel a little bit protected in the sun. So I want to try this one out. The packaging is really cute, you know, because this is like the dinosaur in Jurassic Park that spritzes into Newman's face. If you're a Seinfeld fan, I don't remember his real name, but anyway. All right, and then I have this new setting spray. I want to try the Radiance Lock Setting Mist. My mom loves this product. I am more oily, but sometimes I do enjoy my dog just came in the doggy door, so I paused a minute. Anyway, so I do enjoy sometimes like a little bit of a more skin-like look instead of matte. Like I definitely don't like flat matte, so I'm curious to see how this works. Like, is it gonna melt the powders into the foundation and that kind of thing. This Baby Prada lipstick is really cute. I got it in a set during the, I think it was Nordstrom sale. I love the size of it, and the color is perfection. I'm gonna use that one again. And then this I bought last year, and I have hardly worn it. This Tatcha Kissu Lip Tint, and it has SPF in it. So I'm gonna try that one out. And this is the Melt Matte Plumping Balm. This is the Cali Ray Magic Hour Setting Powder. I have a powder thing. And, ooh, I'm gonna try this lippy. I ordered this from TJ Maxx. If y'all didn't know, you can order their stuff online. I hope that was not a dangerous thing to tell some of you, because I know that it is dangerous for me. I think I'm gonna try one of these RMS new lippies that I got. I bought the 3-pack. I'm gonna go with the nudie one. And then I haven't tried this yet. The Etude Marker Tint. I'm totally into stains. I love them. And then I'm gonna try these two new mascaras, and then this primer. So this is the Essence Curl Fixing Primer. Better Than Sex, Naturally Better Than Sex Too Faced Mascara. And then this is the Polite Society Greatest Lashes of All Time Mascara. I got these as samples with something. Ooh, here's another mascara I wanted to try. Oh, it's the primer, sorry. Estee Lauder Little Black Primer. And then here's a primer that I bought a while back and haven't tried. The Sormé Fresh Start Anti-Aging Under Foundation Makeup Enhancer with Revitalizing Dermaxil. Anyway, it looked like a primer, and so I'm curious to try that. And then I did order a bunch of these Half Magic sticks when they were on sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss these in. And then I got another shade of the Dibs Beauty lip glosses. This is like one of my top gloss formulas right now. It is so gorgeous. Love it. Okay, and that's it for new stuff. Alright. Now I am going to keep this one in because I'm trying to finish it up. And let's see here. I think I'm gonna try this one again. This one. Ooh, that one. That slaps. About face. And then for powders, I got this Danessa Myrix powder. Really good. But I want to try it again. And then same with the Lunar Beauty. I'm going to give the One Size a shot again because I felt like it was too dry for my under eye, but it's been a while since I've used it. And the humidity has been crazy lately. And then I can't remember my thoughts on this Hello Kitty Wet n Wild pink powder. So I'm going to try that one again. And then I think that's it for foundations and powders. Alright, I'm going to try some concealers out again. Let's do those two. The Clinique one. Charlotte Tilbury. I'll try the House Labs again. And then honestly, I'm gonna try this again. I haven't used it in a long time. I don't remember. And I just found it the other day again. I didn't know where I put it. And then for pressed powder, I have been hooked on the Kosas for so long that I haven't been giving other powders a chance. This is something that I like to use to smooth out areas where I can see my pores, or if there's still somewhere I need a little bit more coverage, or something's looking maybe a little patchy. This is a really great powder. So this time I think I'm going to try the Natasha Denona powder for that purpose. And maybe the What's Up Beauty powder. And then I can't remember this primer, like my thoughts on it. So I'm gonna give that one a try. And then I always hear everyone rave about this, and I can't really remember like thinking it's the best thing in the world or anything for lip treatment. I've just been using this one over and over and over and over before I do my makeup. So I think I'm gonna add this one in. And let's see. Setting spray. I'm also gonna keep this one in. This is like a lot of my everyday makeup drawer kind of thing. And then here is the Kimchi setting spray. And I'm really close to finishing it. I really like this spray bottle. And then of course this, my top dog. I love this spray, but it is expensive, and you know, anyway, for bronzing powder, this is actually my only powder, and so I'm gonna keep that as my only bronzer, for powder bronzer anyway. Cream blush, this is in my Beauty Empties challenge, so I'm going to keep that in there. And then when I do testing, wear tests of loose powders, these are the two concealers I use, so those will stay. I guess I can keep this Victoria Beckham highlighter in here. I didn't even use it at all since I put it in there, so go ahead and try that out. As far as in here, mascaras, I've been trying quite a few mascaras. So this RMS one is thinner than I like. Doesn't really hold the curl as much as I want. So I'm going to give that to my mom because I know she loves that formula. The About Face one is too thick for my liking, so it does not hold the curl. I'm going to get rid of that one. And then this eyeliner, I think, was in the Shop My Stash last time. It's just a dark brown, which I used quite a bit. Like, I like a dark brown pencil liner, so I'm going to leave that in there. This one's just not doing it for me either, to be honest. And that one, I don't think I've given it enough time to test it. So I'm going to try it a little longer. Same with the Rare Beauty mascara and the Dior Show mascara. It's the refill, but it was cheaper, so I bought it like this. So I'm going to keep this in there also to try it a little more since it's dried out a little longer. And then what else did I want to show you? Oh, under here. This is in my Beauty Empties challenge, so this will stay always until it's gone. Well, until the shades that I want to use up are gone. Same with this primer. I think these two primers were from the Shop My Stash maybe, so I probably need to get them out of there. And then this eye primer, Painterly Pro Longwear Paint Pot. This is also part of my Beauty Empties challenge, so that will stay. That is the only eyeshadow primer that I use currently. So put that back, and then now let's move on. Before we move on, I forgot I had these two palettes in my Shop My Stash also last time. This one I don't know if it was, but I just recently got it from someone. So I had it in my Shop My Stash container. So I do need to put those two palettes back before I continue picking out more things. I hope this is not too shaky. My camera setup just wasn't working, so I'm holding the camera now. But I wanted to pick maybe a couple more palettes. Let me zoom this out. I think I'm going to do these two Huda palettes. And where's my Pretty Grunge palette? Let me do all three of these Huda palettes actually. And the Sweet Talk palette, I changed it up. Oh, yeah, it's cool tones now. Let me see. Coconut. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna do 1111. I don't remember if I changed that one up or not. And then I think I want to do that Urban Decay palette, this Mars palette, and this Jungle Lights palette. Ooh, and this newer Morphe palette. And then I think that's good for eyeshadow. And next we'll move on to blush. Okay, I also forgot the bronzer and highlighter. So last time I had this one, which I was loving. This time I'm going to do the About Face one for highlighter. I think I'm just going to do this because I already have the Victoria Beckham one in my everyday makeup kind of drawer, and then this will give me powder highlighter in pretty much any shade I could possibly want. And then I have been using these actually, even though they weren't in my Shop My Stash, because they're just so beautiful. So I'm going to leave those alone for now, and now we can do blush. Alright, and thanks to my wonderful blush declutter, guys, I am down to one blush drawer, which is amazing to me. I didn't think it would be possible, honestly, but, you know, we're packed in there pretty tight. So let's see. I definitely want to use these face palettes because, you know, the new Hourglass face palettes are coming out, the holiday palettes. And I don't know, I was thinking, I don't know if I really want them honestly this year, so I'm going to go ahead and try these. And I'm going to do both of these Valentino blushes because I remember loving them so much. And then same with the Kosas blush. The Chanel blush. Try that one again. NARS Infatuated, I remember loving a lot. And I think I'm going to do both of my Gucci blushes. And then now we can do some creams and liquids. So I think I want to try the Fui. And I think this is Peri Para. Juicy Pang. Oh, I guess the brand is Juicy Pang. Or is it a Pew? I don't really know. But anyway, I'm going to try that one again. And then let's do these two Persona blushes. Okay, that's cream, 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 cream. Let's do a few liquids. The About Face and the e.l.f. And then I'm going to do this Nakia Joy. You know what, let's go ahead and do this Say blush as well. And that's it for blush. Now we can go ahead and swatch everything. Alright, we're going to look through the eyeshadow palettes now. I guess we can start on the top here. I want to pull out this beautiful Patrick Ta Duo. And do these two liquid shadows, the CoverGirl by Kelsey something. And what is this little, oh yeah, the Viseart Violetta palette. See if I want to do one of these. I think I'm actually gonna try these three this time. And then we can move on to the bigger palette drawers. Alright, so in this one I have more like indie palettes. I believe they are all indie palettes actually, so that's where I'm going to put this back. And then I think I want to go ahead and do these two beauties. I hope that's in frame. I have my camera zoomed in. I am struggling today with this camera setup. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. And then I think I had a Pat McGrath palette in my last Shop My Stash. Maybe. And then and put it back maybe because it's heavy. I don't really remember what happened, but ooh, let's do that one. That might be the one I had actually. I don't remember, but it's fine. It is fine. And then, oh, this one's so pretty too. Can y'all see that? course, I'm going to swatch everything too later. And then I hope you stick around because I'm going to do a giveaway as well later. There are some good things. Because since I've reached over 300 subscribers, I wanted to do a giveaway when I reached 300 and then I didn't. So I think I'm going to give away 3 things to 3 lucky winners. I'll show the options later. Do this Dose of Colors Sassy Siennas palette. Let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, the Geodes palette by What's Up Beauty. And then I need a warmer palette. These are all cools or neutrals. What's in this one? Oh, these are just. Okay, let's go on to the. Oh, actually, this one might have some marks. Oh yeah. Let's do that one. That one's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the face products as well. Let me know if that's something y'all are interested in seeing or not, because I don't know how well you can tell what the swatches look like. It's the only reason that I'm saying that, but we'll go ahead and start with these setting sprays. This is the Tier Mask Fit Waterproof Setting Spray. Obviously I can't do a swatch, but we can look at the spritz. Very lightweight, has a nice fresh, clean kind of scent. And then here's the Scandinavia Bridal Setting Spray. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's a little more forceful. And it smells a little bit more like chemicals. Now we're gonna look at this primer. It's got like a gel texture. Let's see if it does anything to my hand there. Okay, it feels very, very silicone-y. I don't know if you can see the difference that it made on my hand right there. I'm gonna give it time to dry, maybe, and then see what we think. Alright, so I waited a few minutes. It's still not dried down, but I did notice that if I blend it, I want you to see me blend it right here. It kind of mattifies and smooths out the lines a bit in my hand, on my hand. Don't know if you could see that. I used way too much product there, but it does seem like it's gonna smooth things out on my skin for sure. But if you don't like a heavy feeling primer, you would not like this. It definitely feels like silicone-y, kind of heavy. So just something to note if you are interested in that. Next, we're going to look at the RMS Radiance Lock Setting Mist. This one I actually want to spray on my hand. See if it gives it some shine. The sprayer's not very good. Did y'all see that? Ugh. It's just like straight. Shoot straight. I'll definitely be moving that into a different spray bottle. It smells kind of like spa-like. Like it's got some, I don't want to say herbs, but you know, like natural essence oil type. I definitely see a little bit of a glowiness, but it's not overly glowy. And I don't know if I'm gonna use this just as like skin prep or if I want to do it over my makeup. And this is the travel size setting spray, by the way. I don't know if the full size spritzer is better, but this one, the sprayer, the nozzle sucks. The formula seems pretty good though. do like that. All right. This, I don't remember if I swatched the foundations last time. We'll just go ahead and swatch them all. Why not? But to save a little time, I'm gonna go kind of quick. That one's a NARS Natural Radiant Longwear in PG. It says to shake it. Alright. And then here we have the e.l.f. Soft Glam in the shade 25 Light Neutral. I just discovered that I'm pretty sure I'm olive skin tone recently, actually. My friend was noticing something about olive in my skin, and then I was like, oh my gosh, have I been an olive skin tone this whole time? Didn't realize it. So that's new for me. I do have some Spanish blood, so the Mediterranean explains it. This is 220 Cool. Obviously, I have very different foundations here in front of me. Not the best, especially when I'm choosing foundations online, but I always make things work. I don't mind mixing and matching and stuff like that. And then this is House Labs in the shade C24. No, 110 Light Neutral. Put it up here. That's the top one. And then here we have About to Face in the shade LM1 Neutral. I'm going to put that on the top as well. I'm going to kind of blend these out a bit. So the CoverGirl one feels pretty light. That one feels thicker. That was the NARS. That's the e.l.f. It feels very slippy, like silicone-y. This one feels super lightweight. That's the Lancome Tint Idlewear. And then this one is the House Labs. It feels very, very, how would I describe that? Like moisturizing, I guess. And then here's the About Face one. That one feels thicker. Don't know how much y'all can tell from that. Let me know, please, in the comments if you want me to keep swatching foundations or not, because I don't know if that does anything for anyone. Anyways. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and do the powders. So here's the Hello Kitty Wet n Wild powder. It is very pink, as you can see. I'm going to swatch it here in my hand. It does seem to be pretty finely milled, settling into the lines there. But it is, I don't know, powdery, like matte kind of texture to it. Now we have the one size. I have the shade Translucent. Let me wipe the Hello Kitty powder off first. Oh, that feels a lot softer. I did use a lot more, as you can see, but this one's blurring more for sure. The Hello Kitty one felt a little bit more gritty, and this one feels like cornstarch. It just feels super, super, super soft and like almost like a thickness to it compared to the Wet n Wild powder. Now here is the Danessa Myricks powder, and it is in the shade Pink. Oh no, don't want to use that much. Okay, so this one feels very similar to the Hello Kitty powder. You can see it's like, I guess you'd describe it as like an HD powder. Like it just dusts away, do you see that? But it is settling into the lines less than the Hello Kitty one, so it's lighter weight. Yeah, it's a lot lighter weight than either of these two. Very interesting. And then I have the Lunar Beauty powder in the shade Translucent Light. Let me wipe my hand. I don't use the puff. I like to keep it in there. I really love this packaging. It's beautiful and functional. Manny is amazing. Alright, get a little bit there. Okay, so this one kind of feels like an in-between. It has a bit of a thickness to it compared to the Danessa Myricks, but it's definitely nowhere as thick as the One Size powder. And you can see it doesn't really like settle into the lines like the Hello Kitty one did. It's definitely like a lightweight powder, super finely milled as well. I forgot about the Cali Ray powder. It has one of those little mesh screens. They only had 2 shades of the powder. I got the one called Dawn, and it's like a pink, light pink powder. Now this one feels like the One Size powder. It definitely has that cornstarchy thickness to it. You can see it's kind of getting into those lines to sort of blur. It feels like creamy and soft. Alright, now we can move on to colored products. Oh, no we can't. I forgot to spray the Jurassic Park Perfusion spray. There's a little shaker in there. Okay, so that sprayer, look at that. It is forceful, but it's not going in a straight line like that RMS one. Oh, yikes, the sunscreen smell is strong. But that's okay. If it's protecting my skin and doesn't mess up the makeup, I do not mind. Now we can get into swatching the colored products. I guess we can start with eyeshadows first. Let's do these. Alright, so I'm going to start with this one. The Natasha Denona, is it the Mini Retro? Yeah. And when I swatch the palettes, I'm not going to do all of the shades. I'll just do a few. Oh, that's so pretty. And then is this the Zendo, Mini Star? Gorgeous. I'm so ready for fall. It was like 104 degrees yesterday over here, man, and humid. Ugh, so humid. And I have the Natasha Denona Mini Rose palette. These pinks don't look the best on me, so I'm actually highly considering decluttering this one. You know what? This actually I want to save for the giveaway. And the other giveaway products are not used at all. They're brand new in the package still, haven't been touched. But this one, I've used it 2 or 3 times, I think, and then swatched it. But it just, I don't really like the way it looks with my skin tone. So I think I'm going to give it to a lucky winner. All right. Then we have the Patrick Ta Duo in the shade Still at the Club. Very, very beautiful. And the Petite Fours Violetta palette by Busy Art. Very stunning. And if you have been here and watched other videos, you know that was my husband's aunt's name, who tragically passed away. So I will never get rid of this palette. It's beautiful and it has a special meaning for me, so it is definitely a sentimental item for me. Alright, and then we have the CoverGirl Kelsey Ballerini shade 1. And shade 4. Let's go ahead and do these eyeshadow sticks next, so that way I don't have to wipe my hands off. This one is Beige Mystique. And here we have Princess Teddy. I just made a mess of that one. Here we have Champagne Snowflake. And that's it for the smaller eyeshadows and eyeshadow sticks. I forgot about the concealers, so we're gonna do that real quick. Here we have Lancome Bisque Warm, I think, because it's BISW. And then the Estee Lauder Double Wear in 2 Neutral. Clinique Even Better All Over Concealer and Eraser. And I just discovered the other day, guys, that this was on here. I don't know how I didn't know that, but I noticed this little line in the lid. I think that's pretty cool. And that's the shade Linen. Cool Neutral 8, maybe. It says CN08. And then the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in the shade 6.5 Medium. And House Labs in the shade 13 Light Neutral. So I'm just gonna swatch them in order and then kind of spread them out. Okay, well apparently I'm way better at choosing concealer shades because these look a lot closer to each other than the foundation tones did. Okay, so let's see. That one feels very thick and it feels like it's gonna dry down. That's the House Labs one. The Clinique one feels very, well, not that liquidy. Still pretty creamy, but not as like thick and creamy as the House Labs. And then here is the Charlotte Tilbury one. That one feels kind of similar in texture to the Clinique one. The Estee Lauder one is thick, like the House Labs kind of. And the Lancome one is the thinnest. It's spreading out the easiest. Alright, we'll get these out of the way next. The Magic Shine Eraser Gel to Powder Mattifying. I don't remember if this is supposed to go under or over makeup, or can it do either? Let's see, can y'all even see anything happening there? It does feel like it turns into a powder once you blend it out. It's pretty weird. Then here's the What's Up Beauty Wind Dancer in the shade Light. There's a pretty little butterfly in there. I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh wow. That's very lightweight. It's not giving much coverage at all. And then here's the Natasha Denona High Glam Powder in N3. This one feels really, really, really creamy. And it does give some coverage because it's supposed to be a powder foundation. I really want the new foundation, but I have so many that I want to use some more up first before I allow myself to buy a foundation. Oh, and I forgot to do this concealer earlier with the others. So that one's called the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer, but it feels kind of sticky almost. Like there's a thickness to it. And it's in the shade Medium Vanilla. I'll go ahead and look at these mascara brushes next. Here's the Too Faced Better Than Sex Naturally Better Than Sex. So it looks like the same wand shape as the classic one. And then here's the little Polite Society Greatest Lashes of All Time. This is a tubing formula. I like the wand size. And then we have two different primers. Curl Fixing Lash Base. I have an issue with keeping my lashes curled, so I don't know if this is gonna help, but that was the hope. And then we have the Estee Lauder little black primer. I read some people like this as their mascara. So it has the same shape as the Essence one. So I'm pretty interested in trying that. I haven't tried very many primers, lash primers. Alright, now let's go ahead and get these lippies out of the way since they're next closest item. Alright, here's the RMS lippy in the shade Eve. And it is the, does it say the formula name? I don't know, it's like Super Serum something long lasting. It's a really long name. A very, very pretty, like terracotta kind of nude color. Gorgeous. This is the Etude Marker Tint in the shade Apple Candy. Oh, that's pretty. Here's the Kissu Lip Tint in the shade Plum Blossom. And that is very blurring. The way it feels is very blurring anyway. Look, it has some shine to it, but it feels like it's gonna set down and like be one of those blurring type. This is Prada, the Prada Mini in the shade BO2 Quartz, maybe? I'm not really sure. And then this is the MAC Powder Kiss Velvet Blur Slim Stick in the shade Devoted to Chili. I kind of went with very similar tones there, it looks like. That's alright, because I have a lot of cool tones and mauves. Then we have the Dibs Beauty gloss in the shade Mims. This is super nourishing. It has a bit of a thickness to it, so it stays on for a while, and then it has a really beautiful sparkle in it. So I love this formula, and it's shiny, but I don't feel like it's overly shiny, which sometimes I do like. And then I have the Melt Plumping Matte gloss or balm. It's called Ultra Picante, I think. Why does it say watermelon? I don't notice it smelling like watermelon at all. Let's see if you can see how it mattifies. It's right there. Don't know if y'all can see that, but it does sting. Oh yeah, look. It kind of blurred and mattified my skin right there. But I really like, you know, a plumping gloss or balm or whatever. I like when it burns. It's like a good sensory experience for me. So I don't mind it. I actually like it. That is the second giveaway item, actually. I bought 2 of these so that I could give one away in a giveaway. All right. Now let's look at... Let's do blush next, and then we'll save the palettes for last. All right, and the lighting is changing on us because it is getting darker outside. This takes a lot longer than you would think it takes. There's the About Face bronzer in the shade Tan Lines. It is super pretty, and I'm excited to use it again since I've only been using the Too Faced one. Alright, here we have the Persona Multi-Stick in the shade Bloom. And we'll go ahead and do the other Persona stick I have here. It is in the shade Guava. I'm excited to try these as like eyeshadows even, to do like an all over cohesive kind of look with the liquid shadows or the Patrick Ta shadow maybe even. That might be very pretty. Here we have e.l.f. Liquid Camo Blush in the shade Dusty Rosé. Gorgeous. And then we have Nikia Joy Cheeky Liquid Blush. She's so cute. In the shade Flirty. That looks very similar to Guava. They're close to each other, but they're not the same. Guava has a bit more pink to it, and this has a bit more like brownie orange to it. This one I feel is going to be close as well, but we'll see. It's the About Face Cheek Blush Rush in the shade. Where is the name? In the Dust. Let's see. I guess that one's a bit more like mauve compared to the other two. Yeah. Has more of a cool tone to it than the other shades that look more warm and like kind of terracotta, I guess. And then we have two cream blushes. Here's the Fui in the shade Boy. And these are their, I think they're called the Blurred Pudding Pots. And you can use it on the cheeks and on the lips. It does have like a silicone in it. You can see that it blurred the lines on my hand there. Very nice. Very pretty formula. This one also has the same kind of texture. The Juicy Pang. It's another blurring, but it's easier to use because it's potted in a cream. You don't pick up as much like as you do with this one. This one you have to get very carefully. This one you don't have to be as careful, but it also does the blurring kind of property like that one, but it's not as heavy, I guess. This one feels a lot lighter weight compared to that one. They're both very pretty formulas though. Alright, we'll do these single blushes next, and then we'll do the face palettes. So here we have Valentino number 8 and Valentino number 6. These are so pretty, and they can also be used on the eyes. They're mentioned to be used for the cheeks and the eyes, and they have like super finely milled pearls in it or something. That's what gives that bit of a shine, a sheen. Very gorgeous formula and a beautiful scent. And then here we have Kosas in the shade Thrill. Very pretty. And then we have Chanel in the shade Malice. These all kind of look similar. Kind of those corally kind of tones, except maybe that one's more peachy. Gorgeous nonetheless. Then we have the two Gucci blushes. This one is Bright Coral, and this one is Intense Ruby. These feel soft as well, but definitely nowhere near as soft as the Valentino blushes. And this one also has a sheen to it, but slightly less of a sheen than the Valentino blush, but still gorgeous. Very buildable formula. Very pretty. And they do not have a scent. And then we have NARS Infatuated. Ooh, that is gorgeous. I'm gonna spread it out a little bit. Looks like it could be dark on me if I'm not careful. And then I have the Dior highlighter quad. It's just near me, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch incredible. Very, very pretty. I guess I could do that one with them. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Get all that shine in there. Now we'll look at the face palettes. Alright, so first we'll start with the light face palette. Very light indeed. And then we have the medium face palette. Wow, definitely a lot more pigment. Very pretty. And now we have the eyeshadows. Alright, we'll start with this Morphe palette. It is in Outer Spice. I haven't used it very much, but it is quite pretty. Alright, here we have the Urban Decay Moondust Space Cowboy palette. This was a holiday edition from last year. It's so cute. I love this palette, and I don't use it enough. So gorgeous. And then we have the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights. I think I said in my one of my last videos, not last video, but quite a few videos back, that I thought Jungle Beauty was stopping, not being produced anymore. I don't remember where I thought I heard that, but it seems like they're still out as a company. I don't know, but this formula is incredible. They feel like indie shadows, super, super, super highly pigmented and creamy. Like, look at that. That formula is fantastic. Then we have the NARS Afterglow Tempting palette. Very, very pretty. A little mix of cools, warm. Very beautiful palette. And the next smaller palette we have here is the Dose of Colors Sassy Siennas palette. Really pretty little quint. This will go really nicely with those coral blushes that I have picked out. And we're going to move on to the bigger palettes now. I forgot one blush. The Say Rosy blush. It was the dewy one. It was hiding under some palettes. Very, very pretty. And then also, when I was picking out my palettes, I forgot to put this one away. So I still need to put that one away. Alright, so here we have the Arthurine palette by Menagerie Cosmetics. Very, very pretty. The formula is gorgeous. And then we have What's Up Beauty, the Geodes palette. This is another stunning. I'm not gonna keep, I mean, obviously y'all know that I like these palettes because I've done a declutter and then I still have these palettes. So gorgeous, gorgeous. The mattes are not as smooth, I'm noticing, as the Menagerie, but the shimmers are stellar. The Menagerie is more of like a creamy metallic, and these feel a bit more like lighter weight. I don't want to say toppery because look, you can still see definitely they have you know, a pigment to them. They're not like a shimmer and a translucent base or anything. Now we have the ColourPop 1111 palette. It is not, actually, because I swapped out some shades. These are from, I can't remember. It's not Odin's Eye. Let's see if it says it on the back. Glaminatrix, that's right. So those beautiful extra shiny shimmers are Glaminatrix. Oh, so pretty. I just didn't like the 1111 palette that much because, I mean, I liked it, but I wasn't really using a lot of the shades, so I swapped out to shades that I thought I would use. And now we have the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette. Very, very stunning girl we have here. So pretty. And next, we're gonna look at the Huda Empowered palette. This one has like a, oh geez, I dug my finger into that too much. It has like a little bit of a, it's like a cream, I don't know, and it feels like it's a primer in there or something. I definitely dipped my finger in there too much. That's going strong. Even though it's a cream. Very beautiful. Wow. Then we have the Rose Quartz palette. Very pretty. Oof. Alright, and then we have 4 more palettes to look at. We have the Gemini one. And I'm going to do the Gemini 2 on the other hand, I think. I covered that one because I bought it from a seller and it had mold on it, that shade, and I wasn't going to use that shade anyway. So I just went ahead and taped over it. No big deal to me. And I think this palette will go really well with some of those liquid shadows I picked out, hopefully. Or like the Patrick Ta duo. Oh, or the shadow sticks. Yes, those Half Magic shadow sticks. Because this is really a matte heavy palette. Both of them are truly, but very pretty. And then we have the Pat McGrath Mothership 10 Moonlit Seduction. Very pretty. And the Ensley Rain Cold Moon palette. Oh my gosh, that is so stunning. I forgot to pick out eyeliners, lip liners, and then I didn't go through my lipsticks or these lip glosses, but that's alright. I will, if I use anything from this, I will include it in my organizers, and then when I put the Shop My Stash stuff back next time, then I will swatch them. Hopefully I will remember that. Now we're going to put everything away in the organizers. Alright, before we put everything away, here are the rest of the giveaway products. So, I've got this Melt Hot Shot Matte Lip Plumper. It is intense. If this is the item you want for the giveaway, comment a chili pepper. Then I have the Grande Cosmetics Grande Lash. It's the mini, a 4-week supply. If this is the item that you want, comment me with a smiley face with hearts emoji. And then if you would like the Morphe lip gloss set, sorry, that's kind of out of focus, Hot and Unbothered. It has 2 glittery lip glosses. One is a very light, looks like pinky with glitter, and then this one is like a dark bronze kind of color. If this is what you want for the giveaway, go ahead and comment with a lip emoji, the lipstick or lips, your choice. And then, where did I put that little mini Natasha Denona palette? One second. This is the only used item for the giveaway, and it's only been used a couple of times and swatched. Anyway, so this is the last item for the giveaway. Comment a rose emoji if this is what you want for the giveaway. Now we can put all the products away.